let's get to what we're talking about. Today's all about one team and one team only. Well, actually two teams, and the two teams are PSG and Barcelona. I after the first leg, I thought this is the way it would go. I didn't think it was going to be this close. I didn't think Barcelona could suffer that many goals in a game because they've been really good defensively lately. They've been a team where you're like, yo, not only is this team really good going forward, but this team can defend now. This team can really play good unit football, good, high block, low blocks. They can play great football no matter what. Like, they're a team that can play at all levels. And today they were dominated. Honestly, I'm going to say this in the nicest way possible, and I hope Barcelona fans don't take this the wrong way. Barca's lucky to not be going to extra time today. Barca's lucky to not lose this game. Barca didn't do much this entire game. They didn't need to. But had Dortmund had their finishing boots on, this game could have easily been 5-1. This game could have easily been 3-0 going into halftime. This game could have easily went a different way. But Szczesny's been a really good keeper this year. And Dortmund were off in front of net. Barca did what they had to do in the first leg. 4-0 is a big result. And that's why home games are so important, man. Home games are the type of games that, if you could do it in front of your home fans, bro, then it's easy peasy going from there. But one thing I want to talk about two players with Barcelona, okay? The first one is Lamine Yamal. We've talked about this. If he's not on, if he's not full head of steam, if he's not doing Lamine Yamal type things, Barca just aren't as deadly going forward, in my opinion. And again, that's just my opinion. And I've been thinking this all for probably the last 2 months, but I haven't really brought it up much in the video because I continuously forget. Because when I'm talking about Barcelona, you get so excited by the goals they're scoring and how Lamine Yamal's playing that you forget. But I think we should all take some time out to really recognize the season that Koundé is having. Because Koundé, every game is doing something great on defense. Out of position, by the way. Koundé's usually a center back. He's playing the right back position. And I mean, he's been playing it well. He's truly been playing it well. He's great going forward. He's pretty darn good on defense. Koundé has been very, very, very good for Barcelona. I know a lot of Barca fans are going to say, well, we need more of an attacking right back. We need more of an attacking fullbacks. But honestly, man, Koundé's been so good, and that defense has usually been so locked up and locked in that you don't really see games like this. But this is their first game Barca's lost in 20-something games. We haven't seen them lose in a long time. It's a bad time for them to lose, but realistically, I don't see it as a loss because, I mean, the only way you lose is if you go out the Champions League, and they went through. So I don't really see it as a loss, even though it's officially a loss in the game. They did enough to knock off Dortmund, but I truly didn't think. I thought Barca was going to go there and score more goals, honestly, lads. But the yellow wall in that crazy stadium shocked me again. So here's the absolute truth. I'm going to give it to you exactly how it is. I ain't going to lie to you guys. When I turned the Champions League on today, I turned on the PSG game because I never thought in my wildest dreams that Barcelona would suffer 3 goals. So I start watching the PSG game and boom, watching the game. PSG's doing their thing. They look like they're going to take it comfortably. And then all of a sudden, Aston Villa starts making this crazy comeback. And Aston Villa proved to everybody today that they deserve to be here. They deserve to be at this stage of the Champions League. They deserved it. And honestly, they might not even deserve to be going out today. Because if you watch the game, you guys know Donnarumma made at least 3 saves. 2 of them coming after the game, after they were 1 goal away from tying this all up. Donnarumma came up with a one-on-one save. He came up with monstrous saves. Donnarumma has been the complete opposite of what he was a few seasons ago. He is incredible in front of net right now. I remember there was 2 seasons ago or something like that. Wow, I was complaining about how overrated he was. You can go find the clips. The clips are out there of me saying how overrated he is, that he's not this insane goalie that people made him out to be. This season, he's shutting me up. The me from a couple years ago when I was saying that stuff, he is shutting me down, bro. He is playing lights out. Donnarumma, and he saved them because honestly, if it wasn't for Donnarumma, we're probably talking about how Aston Villa took PSG into extra time. And who knows past that point. But Donnarumma came up with 2-3 saves towards the back end of this game that really saved PSG from going to extra time. So unbelievable, man. But me watching the game, like I said, I started going back and forth. Dortmund hit, and I was like, oh, snap, what is this? And I went back to the Dortmund game, and I was like, oh, Aston. And I went back. It was just one of those Champions League nights that really are shocking. And I think today really shows you that maybe when they took the away goal away, it was good for the sport. But then I also don't know. I get like had that rule still been in play when Barca scores that away goal, it would have really settled it, right? Because even if Dortmund would have made it 5-1, they would have had to make it 6-1 just to go to extra time type stuff, right? So maybe it was good for the game. Maybe it was, man. I was one person who complained about it when they took it away. I was like, oh, this is only to favor the bigger teams. But maybe not. Maybe I was wrong. Also, Aston Villa would have had no chance in this game. Had PSG gone there and put that goal in, then Aston Villa would have had no chance because it was an away goal. So I don't know. You guys let me know. Is this rule a better rule or a worse rule? Or the things, the change they've made in the Champions League been better? I think low-key they have been a little bit better because we got to see Aston Villa in a stage where maybe had it been the other group stages, they wouldn't have been in this stage. And they deserve to be in this stage. They were phenomenal, and they took PSG really, really to it. If I'm being real with you, I thought Barcelona was untouchable. After today, I don't know. I thought PSG was looking insane. After today, I don't know. I don't know right now who the favorites are for the Champions League, but I'm still going to remain with Barcelona because Barcelona is a team that's been the most consistent this year, and today they were off, but they didn't really have to be on. They had a 4-goal lead. It's kind of hard to motivate your team when you have a 4-goal lead. They didn't blow it. They got it done. We've seen, remember, we go back and remember the Liverpool game years ago. Crazy. We've seen crazy things in the Champions League, but they got it done. With that being said, I believe they're going to play the winner of the Bayern game. Personally, I think for Barcelona, you want Bayern because Bayern will open up and Bayern will play you goal for goal. They'll have a shootout with you, right? Inter is going to lock up. They're going to counter you. Barca's not the best defensive team when it's on the counter. Their line is very pushed up. If Inter can play this properly, they can get a lot of goals off the counter. They're a team that can defend really well. I think Barcelona match up better against Bayern than they do Inter. Also, Flick knows and understands Bayern, understands that style they play, that system they play. I personally think Bayern is the better matchup for Barcelona. I think if it's Barcelona-Bayern, I think Barca's going to make the Champions League final. If it's Barca-Inter, I'm not sure because everything changes. It's going to be a defensive masterclass from Inter Milan, and it's going to be this counter-attacking football that I'm not sure if Barca can do enough to break them, and if they're good enough in the back line to stop the counter. It's going to be a very interesting game. But I think Barca will be a massive shootout, and it's kind of what neutrals want. That's going to be a good game. That would be a phenomenal game. I think the Inter-Barca game is a much tougher game for Barcelona, a scary game for Barcelona. And on top of that, if we're going based how today went, this game, Bayern's going to Inter. That's scary because the home teams have been the better teams that we've seen throughout this. PSG's in because of their performance at home. Barca's in because of their performance at home. We'll see if Madrid can do it at home, if they could turn it around, do what they've done many times. We've seen a lot of goals. And can Inter now hold on to their lead at home? They have a 2-1 lead. Anyways, guys, Champions League today was exciting. Barca fans, let me know how you feel in the comments down below. It was an interesting game, but I also think, it's hard to motivate your team when you have that you're comfortable with a lead. But it was very interesting. And Barca lose their first game in a long time. Does it affect their season? I don't really think so. But, man, that was some awesome football. Hope you all enjoyed it. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. We out of here.